Okay, so here we go with this is part 4 of my live broadcast of X-Rebirth. Now in this case, in the last video I had to go find one, what was it? Well, anyway, I had to find 8 Marines and the guy or girl which is controlling them. So essentially what we'll do here is we'll go board an enemy ship, which should be something interesting. And also we're part of a bigger fleet, and normally we should get some action, hopefully, so that will be rather interesting. So I guess we just need to speak to this guy here. Of course it is.
Hold on to your lunch.
So we're now leaving for the zone where the action will happen, hopefully.
Give them hell out there.
There we go.
All boarding crews prepare to launch. We'll clear the path.
Let's go, Ren.
So we apparently did jump to the location of the action. And now what we'll do is we'll actually free a few prisoners on a ship. And that imply actually capturing the whole ship. That should be interesting. There we go. Getting out of here. I'm very hostile to many. Well, essentially, we're fighting one of the biggest corporation out there, which is the Plutarch Mining Corporation, which appear to be a kind of current government. So I guess we'll just have to fight them. So what I'll do is I'll rush to that ship over there, which is the objective. We need to board this one. There we go. And I guess we need to do this as fast as possible, because the longer we stay around, the more enemy ship might show up. Okay, so the objective now is to destroy a few components of the ship to allow our marine to board the ship.
Now let's blow up the engines.
Now you can actually admire the component damage of the capital ship system. It's very nice, and I think boarding ships might be a very good way to progress and acquire a ship into your fleet. So I guess this is something that I will try more often to capture ships. Okay, so that's one less engine. Now this ship is kind of disabled, so as a result of this, there's not much defense around.
That spot seems as good as any without hard evidence.
Our marine were lunch, and now they will board that ship.
Launching for the target.
And hopefully the enemy fighters which are showing up nearby won't come too quickly to engage me. This way I will be able to keep destroying component.
Let's stick around, see if we can help.
Yeah, let's help.
Maybe we can lure some guards away. Hang on, let me mark some suitable targets.
I don't know how many marines usually you need to capture a ship, but I suppose that the more marines you have, the more, well, the faster you'll get.
Maybe we can lure some guards away. There, just start shooting these.
At the same time, I'm not sure it's necessarily a good thing to destroy too many components, because the more component you destroy, the more you'll have to fix later on, I suppose. I'm kind of lucky. There's no fighters which engage me so far. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not a fighter. That's
Maybe we can lure some guards away.
a capital ship.
There, just start shooting these.
I will simply hide behind this ship for the duration of the boarding, because I'm really not in shape to fight a capital ship.
After them while we can. Maybe we can lure some guards away. Hang on, Let me mark some suitable targets.
Of course, this is a capital ship, which is not that dangerous. Mostly like a freighter. But yeah, his guns still hurt me. I really wish the big fleet, which is with me, will do something about it. And my impression is that I should get away. Get some space. Oh, there's more ships. So we seem to have some action going on now. I'm not sure I should necessarily kill fighters, because from my experience, the more fighters you kill, the more likely you'll receive more enemy fighter coming your way.
Objective achieved. Well done, everyone.
Great job. Keep it safe for a bit. We're bringing in a new commander.
Our people have control of the ship. They're preparing to jump into a safe location. Give them cover and prepare to jump yourselves.
Yes, of course. So we just need to protect the friendly ships. But it's surprising how they're not protecting themselves. We'll just avoid being too many enemies, if any. Apparently my new ship here is, because I captured it, is really getting shot at. But it's kind of strange how that ally fleet is just not caring about anything. They're not even shooting.
We have to dock at one of the ships.
Okay,
Try
there we
to
go.
choose one which won't explode.
Yeah, that will be nice. So I will dock at this ship here. There we
This
go.
is the Albion Skunk. Requesting permission to
This
dock.
will be able to jump away.
Prepare to jump out.
Now you can actually see how the ships in this game are really... what's happened there?
Entering inner world.
You know, when you're on a ship, you're still in the universe.
To falling ships.
So all the laser going on. So even though you're landed, you're still in the universe, and whatever happens out there is still happening. It's not you're not into another universe for the time being. So we just jumped away. I have no idea where we are. Let's loot the ship nonetheless. Now, usually you don't get much money from looting that stuff, but still good to... It gives you a few thousand credit. Something that you should never reject. Okay, well, since we probably did arrive where we were supposed to, I will go back into my ship, probably away from the enemy action.
To the fleet. Good job out there. We certainly gave them something to think about. I require a status update from all ships within 5 minutes. We're not sitting around for long. Borman out.
He's already planning another engagement?
It's smart. Plutarch didn't expect us to commit a major battle. We'd better strike again before they regroup.
Any idea what he wants to hit?
We don't have much firepower, so nothing too big. Not that we want to blow up every station we see.
The good news here is that the ship I captured is actually with us. I did manage to jump away. So that's good news. So that means that it is mine for now.
Utani, we've managed to account for most of your ship's crews. We've also found many missing Heart of Albion supporters. Some of them will be joining us, while others will try to secure their families' safety.
Please tell them we're trying to get our ships back. You better let them know that things will be different now. What with the trade runs to DeVries and Plutarch hunting us, Things won't be as safe as before.
I'll pass on your concerns. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. As for your ships, you'll get them back sooner than you think.
You're going after the ship impound area?
It's an ongoing operation, but at least we distracted Plutarch for a while.
Is there anything we can do?
Stand by. We're getting new info.
We have the ships. We're under fire, but are ready to jump.
Sorry, Otani. I have to go and coordinate the movements of these ships. Lay low until we contact you.
Okay, they want me to
Hold
lay
on by
low.
the gate in case we need to make a fast exit.
Does that mean laying low? So I'll go to Watergate. Just verify what I can do perhaps with this ship here. Not that damage.
I greet you, sir. How may I help?
Let's see the detail of this ship. 1 employee. Storage. Can store a lot of stuff. Well, that's a good ship to have. It's just a little damage right now. Not sure if it's safe to move around space with such a big fire under the hull. But let's hope that it will fix itself. Okay, so to keep the good habit, I will save this game. And there we go. Because you never know when this thing will crash on you. What is a little annoying about that war is that many stations are owned by the faction I'm at war with. And as a result of this, it makes it hard to actually duck and find the kind of people you want for trading. Especially since that faction we're at war with is all over the place. And when you request to trade with a trader, you end up having... sometimes you ask, where can I find that? Well, such a person. And then they lead you to a station which is enemy. So that's not practical at all. That's why in between my 2 episodes I went all the way into a zone which has nothing to do with this conflict and did find the Marines I needed. Now I'm just jumping through the different sector because if I stay around too long I end up being engaged by a few Plutarch ships, so that's not something I want. So what kind of loadout I have? Yeah, I'm not particularly... Well, I guess I'm fine.
Entering Rexville.
If I understand correctly, we're going to the jump gate.
Safe. I'm transferring control over to you now.
What are you going to do now?
We'll move on. There's a lot of space to hide in. No use sitting in one place for too long. We still have many people being held, and Plutarch will take this time to build up their forces. We expect their drone production will go into overdrive.
Falk, I think we'd like to continue exploring relations with the Cantaran people in De Vries. At least get them some of the supplies they've asked for.
War can only escalate until we disable Plutarch's shipbuilding operations. We may need a place for refugees to escape to. If these Canterans can help, I'm willing to expend some effort in aiding them. For now, we have to remain on the move from Plutarch forces. If we don't have the luxury of building our strength in one location,
That's weird.
being the case,
Ah, okay.
one of
I
our
was stuck
builder
in
ships is at
jump
your
drive.
disposal. I hope you'll be able to do some good in Devries, and without interference from Plutarch.
Thank you, Captain Borg. We'll put it to good use.
Good. You two just stay out of trouble. Foreman out.
Let's make sure our ships are in a safe place.
Right. I've put together a list of wares the Canterans may have use for. Nothing too valuable for this trial run. When we're ready, I'll try and contact Morgan to see if he can help us get through the gate.
Entering system. Albion.
Interesting how sometimes I just fly through that gate and it doesn't necessarily update the mission. It tells me, oh, you still need to fly through that gate. Probably should not use my afterburn much.
Entering system. Free.
Because when you use your afterburn, it kind of drag away your shield as well. So it's kind of energy. Don't necessarily want to do that. I did increase already a lot my relation with the faction around here by doing some side mission with them. So I think I have a relationship of 18, which is pretty good. I think you need 20 to have a license from them or any faction to wage war against their enemies and receive money from it. What's a little concerning though is that this faction actually has many stations which are literally like wreck. It's a little scary. Also in this region there's very little ship presence in those highway.
Unmet promise.
That's a reaver like that. Destroy this, easy prey.
I'm so totally gonna swamp you.
There we go. So there's no station around here, I think. So nobody cares that I helped them. I wonder if that's the lane where you nearly end up into the sun. Each time you're like, oh boy, getting close. Then it's just stopping nearby and that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Entering fervid corona.
Okay, I need to deliver food. The which means I'd need to find food first. Not sure where I'll find food. So deliver 300 units of food ration to ROC solar. It's ROC thing. Where about by station? Okay, which means I do need to find some food somewhere. Guess I will also order my ship to be part of my squad. Assuming it is still my ship. Construction vessel.
Comms open, sir.
My squad.
Your squad.
About this one.
Calling as requested, sir. Joining up with your
Squad as well.
We have insufficient jump fuel to reach our destination.
Bit of an issue, I guess. Where do we find fuel? Guess that's a part of the story where we learn trading.
Ready for new orders, sir.
Food ration.
How much?
Let's try that. Adjustment minus 10%. Okay, let's go with this.
Confirmed. We're on our way.
Spent a lot of credit on that food. Better pay off. I suppose that while my ship take care of that, I will do something. I need to find some missions. I'll just fly around this station. Oh yeah, and I will also perhaps save. There we go. Pretty well appreciate that around here.
Thank you for protecting our station.
You're welcome. Now give me a mission. Or I start blowing up stuff that I should not. What is that? Seems to be some kind of convoy over there. Oh, there we go, we have a mission here. Escort needed. Yeah, let's accept that.
Hey, pilot. You good for this job? Great. I knew this job was made for you.
Not sure who I'm supposed to escort. Appears to be in there. Somebody doesn't like me around here. But you're telling me that Plutarch is all the way here? Yeah, that's a Plutarch ship.
Station command for Reynolds-Honey. We do not tolerate unprovoked attacks in our space. I really hope this was just an accident.
Essentially, yeah, Plutarch is just following me even in neutral territory. If I shoot them, the station doesn't like it. So instead of taking care of that one, I will try to find a reaver and shoot him. Like this one.
Now that will not go unpunished.
Okay, so I guess the ship I must escort is simply going to the station and land there. So that should not be too long of a mission, since the ship is really close anyway. Just a matter of protecting it from the reavers. Are you guys enjoying this live campaign I'm doing? Any feedback about that? Is that a fun game to show? Is it a relaxing game to watch? And there is another mission over there. Thing is, sure, this game look good. Cartel bus. Can be a good mission to do, but I will need to escort this ship first. I just have no idea where it's going. Plutarch again. Yeah, Plutarch Corporation are just strafing me. That's not a Plutarch one. It's a Reaver.
Cargo secured and hold.
Thank you for dealing with those enemies attacking our station.
Wonder if I can board a fighter with my Marines. Assuming I still have Marines.
Good boy ahead.
Pulse laser. That's not good. Oh, great, this ship is nearly destroyed. Oh, that's a Plutarch. That's not a Reaver. That's not a Reaver either. Yeah, X series is actually a series which exists since a long time. It's just that it's not particularly well known because, first of all, this is a game which is, let's say, complicated. So it's also an independent game developer, which means that
Entering.
never really were particularly well financed.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
Oh, the Reaver destroyed my escort mission. How dare they? Oh. So, essentially, this is a series which is known mostly by people which are a big fan of space games. And the previous game of the series were really complex to play, and the menu were a little scary for most people. As a result of this, it's a kind of very niche market game, and there's not that many people which are playing it. But those that are playing it are usually a big fan of it. And in terms of complexity, well, the previous were really complex, but also very complete in what you could do. You can, and I haven't experienced this one so much yet because it only came out 2 days ago. But this one, I think it's a little simplified, which can be a good thing. It's more accessible to new players, but it's still a little tricky to get into. So, also, this is a game which is extremely huge, and as a result of this, there's many bugs which come with it, and sadly, it has been the truth about every release of this series. Each time the games come out, they're really bugged at the beginning, but fortunately, they end up fixing that up, and over time, it becomes one very good game, usually. So they will likely do the same here. It's just that what you might read about it is that there's a lot of bugs, and it can be game breaking. But I'm sure that when they will fix all this, it will be much better. And this is also an open world game, so you can do whatever you want. In this case, I'm playing the campaign, but even if you play the campaign, you are under no obligation to play the campaign. You can do whatever you want. It's just that usually what happens in this game is if you play the campaign, it gives you good relation with many people in the world, and as a result of this, it make it much easier to get started into this.
Transmitting new coordinates to following
So it can be useful to do the campaign in the long run. As for what I think about this new game, I think there's many changes which are nice. It's a good thing.
New coordinates to following ships.
For example, those highway use are new things. So I don't remember having that in the previous title. Previously we had the jump gate, but in the history the jump gate ended up, I don't know, crashing or failing. So now they seem to restore the jump gate, but they don't necessarily seem particularly reliable or something. So this is something that we probably will learn during the story. Or maybe we won't. That's part of the charm of this game. There is so much history in it that you don't necessarily have a clue about what's going on.
Ready for new orders, sir.
Can I sell food now? I think I can. So let's sell this.
How much? Deal confirmed. We're on our way.
Okay, about here. Hopefully that will work. I think one of the problem with this series and including this game is how it takes a lot of time to make money. And you can fight those ships, for example. And sometimes in some case, depending your license, which you need to buy, you end up making money from killing ships, but usually it's very little, and sometimes you end up having a disproportion of risk versus benefit. Also, trading used to be a big part of this game. I'm sure in this case it's also important, but I'm not too sure how that works yet, since I haven't really explored much the trading element of this game. Oops, wrong highway there.
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
Plutarch. Don't want to fight Plutarch. The problem I find so far is that in this campaign we're at war with Plutarch Corporation, Mining Corporation. As a result of this, they seem to chase you down. And right now I'm in a zone which is newly discovered, and Plutarch had no contact with that zone for probably 40 years. And even though I'm here in this independent area, Plutarch still seem to have fighters which are coming after me because I'm at war with them. And that's kind of strange. And the fact that Plutarch is coming here and they're not at war with the faction which is owning this system, I mean that if I actually fire back at Plutarch, the faction which is here doesn't agree. So like I'm getting shot at, but I cannot shoot back. And if I shoot back, it might upset the faction which control the sector, because they don't like that. So it's kind of strange. Yeah, the game is totally open. You can go where you want, when you want. Sometimes you can probably even go away from those highway and explore and find stuff. So and each of those asteroids can become a station and that kind of stuff. And also, in the long run, you can also build your own fleet and build your own stations. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there, don't worry. And I'm sure that when you get there, it becomes very interesting. Also, when you destroy a station, it can literally mess up the economy, usually in this game. So, if you destroy a station, you might change the how well the equipment around the place is produced, because there's an entire economic logic to the game, and for producing weapon, for example, you do need to have some component, and if you destroy something which produces those components, you might end up also reducing the speed at which your other product will be produced. And then you have to equip your ship. I don't know if it's the case in this one, but in the previous games you had to equip your ship with weaponry. And so even though you bought the ship, there was a minimal amount of weapons on them, and you could add many more weapons. But you had to buy them, and each weapon will be extremely expensive to buy, and also limited in quantity. So you will end up having to go across multiple systems to actually get all the weaponry for your capital ship, for example. Now, I don't know how that works in this case here. I'm not sure how you customize your capital ship. And you can only fly this ship right here, as far as I know. So this new title of the series is a little different. But hopefully, will be good in the long run. It's just that it takes a while to get there. Okay, I should not enter highway, which pushed me back. I need mission now. I need to make money.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
What you do is you can find small missions around the place. But they need to pop up. What is this? Actually, there's a solar station which I'm curious about over there. Plutarch Mining Corporation again. Now this is a model of station which similar to the old ones and the previous games. I'm not sure. This one seemed to be broken though. Yeah, it seemed to be a wreck of a station. But this used to be the design of a solar station in the past. See what I can do with this. Can I actually mine this? That seemed very unlikely. Nah, this is just a wreck. Okay, let's get out of here. I'll verify where my ships are around the place. Do that. That construction vessel. So where am I? I can see here. I'm currently in this galaxy. So let's see this. I can see that I'm here actually, and there's in this particular system, there's at least 3 different sector, which have their own station and that kind of stuff. That I'm aware of. There might be more, and you can see that here is. That's a sector which is made of even more subsector. As for how long this game take in terms of story, I have no idea. But since this is a story which is nearly facultative, you're not forced to play this story. You can take your time. So it can take for maybe a day or two. No, I'm guessing there. to probably months or years, depending how much you're willing to do side stuff. And as I said, playing the story is not necessarily the main focus of this game. This game is an open world, and you're pretty much the one making the story. So that's why I think many people focus on the story, but the story is not everything in this. The story is mostly practical because it makes you explore the world up to a certain point, so you'll go through multiple systems, and which will allow you to gather information on different sector. But beyond that, it's optional to play the story. And there's actually a free play campaign, if you will. Which allow you to simply start without the story and just do whatever you want. So in this game you can decide that at the beginning you'll just trade and you will make money like that, and then buy better ship, build station, and then you can end up building a fleet, and from there on you can decide that oh well, that corporation there, I don't like them and I will destroy them. So you can end up fighting their station and all that kind of stuff. It can get pretty wild. But right now I'm a little turning in circle because I'm searching mission to make money, first of all. And secondly, I'm also waiting for my ship to carry the food to that place there. Which I might have overdue. Let me check something.
Ready for new orders, sir.
Let's see if I can actually. There's enough money. To be honest, I really don't like the way they make the interface for trading. I think it's mostly confusing. Overall cargo capacity minus 7,000. Really? I do have 2 ships. How much money do I have now? I'm not sure where I see that. Let's see. My own status. Oh, I have 20 credit. I do need to do something about that. I need to find a mission which will at least give me 20,000. You can see here actually there's many subsector to each station. So for example here there's actually turret, different type. They're protected by shields. So when you attack either a ship or those turret on a station, there's perhaps an order in which you should proceed. So you destroy the shield and then you will destroy the turret. And those turrets can be dangerous. Okay, there seems to be a mission over there. Go there. Oh, there's more than one. Where did they go, actually? Lost sight on them. Ah, there you go. Have one here.
Greetings. You're available for this job still? Great. I knew you were just made for this.
Good. This is a mission where I just need to hunt down whatever enemies are around the place. So that should not be too complicated. I will not use a mining beam to do that. Very inefficient.
That was unimpressive. Is it my...
I need to be careful about who I shoot.
For dealing with those enemies attacking our station.
Because Plutarch are shooting on me
With those enemies attacking our station.
when they see me, so that's a little irritating. And they also appear as enemies, which doesn't necessarily mean that I want to shoot them to upset the locals. For example, there's two ships which appear as enemies, and these are Plutarch Mining Corporation, and I don't want to shoot them. So I need to pay attention to what I'm selecting in terms of targets.
Entering Gushing Spring.
There seem to be at least 3 fighters per sector.
Rendezvous point now. It's been secured in storage.
We really appreciate your delivery of our station from those raiders.
So this is just about patrolling around. Oops. Went out of the highway. So I'm moving from in different sector, and from there I'll be able to get a few rivers.
Entering 42.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
The rivers don't seem to be particularly dangerous enemies.
You're going to pay.
The sun is kind of blinding. We'll see how far it is. I'll go.
Good. I needed some target practice.
I'm glad to see that my trust was well placed.
Yeah, let's quick save this. I will try to buy some food with my other ships. I have 2 ships now. First one seemed kind of bugged. I will probably do something about that.
Preparing to receive wares.
Oh, actually it might not be bugged. Just took its time. A long way to that highway. For those that might wonder, when you follow another ship into the highway, you get faster. So each time you move to a ship which goes faster, it boosts your speed, so you end up traveling much faster in the highway. So it's a kind of mini game.
Entering Gushing Spring.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
Is this game worth getting? Well, it depends. I will say if you're patient, perhaps. But I think right now it's a little bugged. I will say perhaps wait a little before getting it until they fix a few bugs. But in the long run, I think this game is pretty good. There's good potential in it, and Egosoft is really good at improving their games. So this is my cargo ships. What's my new objective here? Go over there into the highway. Which part are you stuck at,
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
Mr. ASZ Peck? Pecked. Are you much further ahead? I bought the food now, I need to deliver it, so let's do that.
Ready for new orders, sir. How much? How many do you want?
I really don't get this interface. It's weird, it's not intuitive. A marine officer? You just actually need to come all the way well, not necessarily here, but in my case I came all the way in this region and ask for one. What you do is you do this, enter, then you do, no, not that. Well, you ask somebody actually. You ask somebody one ship or that. So let me ask this person over there.
Hiya.
Hello. Where can I find job applicant? Hire specialist? That. Nope. A specialist apparently. Ship crew? Nope. And specialist. That's a good question. Well, essentially, in my case, I came all the way into this system, and when there was a recruit officer, well, not the recruit officer, but recruitment guy for Marines, nearby there was actually a Marine officer, which essentially is the person which will lead the invasion of other ships. So I found one in one of the stations around here. Which I know is a vague indication. Sell food.
New orders, sir.
So I have construction vessel. Food. I have 2 group of food apparently. Full price. Food ration on this ship. I don't understand the logic of this interface. I don't know if it's my brain which is having a malfunction or something, but I really don't get it. Like, to sell, is it to go to sell or to offer? Like right now, am I selling food or buying food?
How many do you want?
I want 300. Yeah, let's go with 300. There we go.
Deal
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm buying or selling right now. I don't get it. Are too many trips planned for this ship? Really? And earlier I actually had 2 ships. What happened to the other one? It was destroyed or something? I don't know. I find this interface so weird. I don't understand the logic of it. There's many information and I don't get it. Let me stare at this a little more.
Ready for new orders, sir.
So this is my ship, Construction Vessel 1. So yeah, right now I'm into offer, I suppose. Distance. So that tells me how far the station I need to go to is. Amount, that's the amount available, I suppose, in the station. Either in the station or in my ship. And what is this? Must be the bonus. And the price. The total price of buying everything. And the liquid. So that restrained to specific type of okay. Understand now. Bulk. All. Okay, so essentially all this is the different type of component. Then here it's the distance from either you or your ship. Well, here that's the amount available probably on the station. Here is the price. Okay, well, I get that. Now, there's 2 buttons here. Were bought by station. Okay, so when I see the button to sell here, that's the stuff which is bought by the station. So that's stuff that you can sell them. Well, if I click this, it's the stuff that the station is selling me. Okay, I get that. Okay, now that makes a little more sense. There is a game encyclopedia, but I think it's not so much, not a question of knowledge here, it's a question of understanding the interface. And I think the interface is just, when you look at it, it's kind of confusing. You don't necessarily understand that, you know, this is how it works, because it's kind of confusing. For example, here, this is a line where it's for category. And it's like, that's not the first thing that strike you. Oh, here is the category. While here it's the where. So it's classified by where. Essentially, this is just something that restrict what you see. While here, this is something which order what you see. And I find that the separation of those 2 lines really make it confusing. No, now that I did take my time to look at it, I understand what it means, but I find that not necessarily well integrated. If I was making this interface, what I will do is I will make the category menu somewhere else, like on the border or somewhere else, which is something completely different from ordering by order like this. Because usually when in application, it's really rare that you will have that kind of, you know, 2 different ways of ordering information, one on top of the other, and it's not really intuitive. I will change that if I was the creator, but I'm not. So I will have to adjust myself. So now my ship is supposed to come here and buy something. Not even sure where this ship is at the moment. But while it does that, I will try to find a mission, make some money. Preferably a mission involving shooting stuff, because Seem to be the easiest way to actually make money. There's some mission where you need to transport stuff, but this rely a lot on the commerce things, and it's not necessarily it's already kind of not effective. While the trading is done. Like for example, in this case, I need to buy stuff and it takes me forever. Because I need to use that other ship, which is a cargo. While my ship is not a cargo. That's something which I find a little disappointing about this, is that previously in the X universe, you were able to fly your trading ship and do some trading yourself, and do it very effectively and efficiently. So you could end up making a lot of money very quickly just by yourself without having to rely on your transport ship AI. But in this case, you're forced to rely on that AI, and it seemed to be very questionable in terms of efficiency. And I think they wanted to make this game a little more a smooth experience where you don't have to wait forever. But the way it's implemented, that trading, it's just not efficient, I find. I'm missing the old interface. I'm also missing the fact that in the previous games I could switch ship, while here I'm stuck with this ship, which I'm not a big fan of already. It is okay, but I will prefer other type of ship. For example, in the previous game you could fly any type of ship, ranging from the small recon ship to literally a capital ship, but I'm not sure you can in this. So I seem to be into a patrolling mission now. So I guess while I'm patrolling, my transport ship will hopefully do the transaction I ask him to do. Oh, I can see my ship over there. He's not doing anything.
Entering gushing spring.
Coming in loud and clear. What's the matter? Leaving your squad.
Yeah, leave my squad.
Coming in loud and clear. What's
Join
the
my
matter?
squad.
Joining your squad.
Sometimes I can fix the issue. Wow, these ships are actually attacking my own ship. How dare they? And we'll duck with this. I will order him. I think I need first of all to take care of my mission first. I'll come back for you later. But what I find a little puzzling about this game is that the campaign is a form of tutorial,
Entering 42.
but they don't really explain much, let's say.
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
I think, yeah, this is another case of a game which in the game, which has a lot of complexity, but not necessarily the proper explanation and progression in what they explain to you. It's clear that with the campaign they are guiding you through it, but I don't feel like it's explained well. Okay, what happened there? Yeah, I think you should wait a little to buy the game. Probably. Well, there's many issue, and actually, when you read on the forum, there's many people which have a large diversity of issue, and one of them is performance. For example, people with very good computer have bad performance, while people with not as good computer have okay performance, and they realize that pretty early on that they probably will fix this very soon, but for the moment the performance are really unstable in this game. And I have a pretty good computer because as many of you might have noticed, when I play Battlefield 4 I have nearly 180 FPS, while in this case well, I'm using VS Sync, which will lock it to 50 FPS, but the FPS is really unstable. It can go all the way down to nearly 11 in some case. So they need to kind of smooth things out a little on that, on the aspect of performance. Also, there's many bugs which, if you actually did watch all my live feed of this game, you run into, whether you want it or not, or just because you're careless, or just because you step where you're not supposed to, you might end up stuck. And there's many things which you can end up doing because you don't understand what's going on, and or it might end up being let's say resolved without you doing anything. And sometimes you never know, is it because you don't understand what's going on, or is it the game which is bugged? So it's kind of frustrating, but I'm sure that when they will fix or address all those issues, it will be much better. And as I said previously, this series has been like that each time. At each release, each of those games were a mess. And the only thing which matters is that at a certain point they ended up fixing those mess, and then the game was fine. But until they fix the game, say that don't be in a hurry. Like, I had so many bugs so far. Like, I got stuck below my ship, making me lose maybe an hour or two of gameplay. And that's just because I was stuck between two components while on the station.
Entering magma pool.
Another bug I had was the computer will not show up anymore. So when you try to interact with stuff that you don't see, that's not practical. What else did I have? Well, bad performance sometime, but I think I fixed this a little. And yeah, there's many issues. Oh yeah, in the highway you end up stuck within the enemy ship or too close of a ship.
You really make me see red.
It's been secured in storage.
So there's many issues. Do they want me to attack a fleet over there? Yeah, you can crash into other ships, but yeah, there's actually a function which have a tendency to make you avoid whatever you might collide with, which is an option you can turn on or off depending on what you want. Starting to have a lot of missile. I think I will sell some because these missiles are really expensive. You can make a lot of money just by selling whatever you pick up, and I don't use missile that much. The missile allow you to destroy many ships much faster, but once you have the plasma cannon, those fighters really die quickly. And capital ship, not sure you will destroy that many anyway with this particular ship. Oh, we crashed into an asteroid there. And a couple to be in. Yeah, there's a couple of fighters over there. Just hope there's not a big ship which I need to destroy. Because that can take a while.
You're so going to wish you hadn't done that.
Entering magma pool.
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
I went pretty far from the highway to get those guys. But I find a little, not necessarily annoying, but let's say that it's a compromise, which I don't really like. Which I don't really like is how you can use your afterburn to go faster, but that drains away your shield. And while it makes sense to actually drain your energy using your afterburn and reducing your shield, a kind of compromise which I don't necessarily find particularly fun in the context of a space game. I think it would have been perhaps a little cooler if they would have done something like X-Wing type shield, where you can essentially balance the energy of your ship toward either shield or laser or that kind of stuff, or kind of like Free Space 2, which was a great game. You could balance out where you wanted the energy of your ship. I think that would have been much cooler. So you could essentially spend more energy into your engine, making you much faster, or into your weapons, making it cool down or much faster or stronger. So that could have been nice if it was the case. And the fact that your afterburn and your shield are not, well, they are connected, not necessarily Something that I like.
Entering darned hot air.
What's my mission now?
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
Where am I going? I suppose I need to go in there. I don't really understand why this ship here is marked as a target by the mission. Anyway, I'll just continue following the highway.
Entering gushing spring.
And where am I going now?
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
Well, maybe my mission was already completed. No, it's not completed. Also, I think I don't know how many of you actually played Freelancer, but I think in terms of highway system, I think it's cool the small game they put in there of accelerating like this. But I think it could have been nice if they did it a little like Freelancer, where the highway will be actually powered by some structure which you could disable and then make the ship drop out of the highway and then be able to do piratery or that kind of stuff. That would have been nice if they did that. I think the Afterburn probably should perhaps inspire itself from Freelancer as well a little more. It was kind of cool the way Freelancer handled everything. Okay.
Entering radiation belt.
Oh, is station still functional?
Rendezvous point now.
That's an old design of station which is still functional. That's impressive. I'm a little surprised so far in the story that I haven't really met that many of the faction which I used to visit in the previous games. So far we only met humans, nearly. Some split in Attila, but that's all. It would have been nice, perhaps, to see some of those paranoid guy, which were a bunch of paranoid people. And they also had pretty cool ship. Oh, the station seemed to have a lot of missions, and it seemed pretty big. I think it's the first time I see the station. We'll come back here.
Entering 15 rays.
What's interesting about those
Now.
mission of patrolling around the place is that it can make you discover a few places which you will not necessarily stop by without those missions. This plasma cannon really make me think of Star Trek. Like photon. Photon torpedo. Actually adding the photon torpedo, you another color.
I can use the money, but I really don't need the stress you gave me.
Okay. So that's another side mission done. 37,000 credit, that's pretty good.
This type of vessel is a so-called Skoda, self-construction on delivery assembly. While similar on the outside, all Skodas vary greatly internally, since most of their components will form part of the very assembly they are constructing. After completion, not much of the original Skoda remains, and usually the process cannot be reversed. Therefore, Skoda construction vessels are for single use only.
Okay, I see. So to build a station, you probably need to consume those Skoda vessel. Mission manager. Let's go deliver those 300 units of food. Hopefully.
Entering Gushing Spring.
As you can see, I'm actually playing the campaign, but I make many side missions on the way. So that's why I say that the campaign, while sure it's a good portion of the game, it's not necessarily the focus. I think that's a bug here when the ships are going so fast that you barely have time to get into their lane. Or maybe it's not a bug, but it might be a feature that the ships around the place are way too fast.
Entering Fervid Corona.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.
Okay. Let's try this again. Or perhaps I should wait for my other ship to go up. Which can take a while though. Oh, I'm plus 19 when it comes to my relation with this faction. It's good. So while we wait, any question about this game that I haven't answered yet? Assuming that I actually know the answer, because I'm far from knowing everything. Food ration price 80%, 24 credit. Solar energetic buy. I might end up landing on this place and sell stuff.
Ready for new orders, sir.
We're bought by the station. Food ration. I think I will go land somewhere. How much money do I have? Actually buy anything useful? You don't go far with 37 credit, 1,000 credit. One thing is sure is I can probably sell those missiles which I don't really need. There's an armed eater here. I will duck here.
This is the Albion Skunk. Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
So let's find interesting people in there. Or interesting loot. We can sell to interesting people.
Hello, pilot. What can I offer you?
Trade. Yeah, he's only selling stuff for the ship.
Safely.
Hi there.
Hello.
May fortune favor you.
Yeah, those station managers are really not good trader. Don't trade anything useful, they only give you information. Equipment vendor.
Some great deals to offer.
Show me your wares, please.
We only stock
Good.
the finest goods here.
Let's sell everything we have which we don't use. What will I do with the 44 spacesuit? So that's why you need to loot the place. So you can sell at that kind of person over there.
Hello, pilot. Is there anything I can offer you? Good luck out there.
Drone dealer, both of them. Mechanic.
Hello, pilot.
Great.
Is there anything I can offer you?
Those mechanic
Good luck out
only
there.
sell stuff for the ship. Fence officer.
Hello, pilot.
Okay, arm dealer.
Is there anything I can offer you?
Show me your wares, please.
Here you go.
Let's sell my missiles. Okay, there we go. Now I'm rich. Those missile
Hello, pilot. What can I offer you?
repair ship.
Hello, pilot. What can I offer you?
An engineer
Fly
can only
safely.
fix this. Now let's see if
Hello,
Can
Is
actually
there
improve
anything
my
I can
ship
offer you?
somehow.
Show me your shields, please.
Sure.
City shield. How much is this? 3,000? Oh, like 3 million. Okay, that's not a given. A steady shield will cost me 3,001,993,000. Yeah, I don't like that. That at all. Or maybe weapons.
Hello, pilot. Is there anything I can offer you?
Or let's see, maybe software. What can I do with software in there? Trading computer, that could be useful.
Normally, a pilot has to fly around a station and contact the various traders to build up a complete picture of the current trade offers available at the station. With this trading computer upgrade installed, a pilot merely needs to fly close enough to a station, and the various trade offers from the station's facilities will be made available for viewing via the ship's computer. Fly to another station and new trading information is added. This information is kept updated for up to several hours, but can become invalid after a while should any ware cease to be traded at a station for whatever reason. Information can be filtered and sorted. Pilots should note that the trading computer alone does not unlock all station information nor attract the potential discounts that may become available through thorough exploration of entire stations. These discounts can still be found in the usual way, even with the trading computer installed.
That seemed like a very useful thing. How about the
Show
scanner?
me your scanners, please.
These are all top quality products.
Advanced scanner, what does that do?
Has been rid of all artificially imposed limitations, although exposure over a longer period of time might increase the risk of getting microwave cooked and sudden incineration. It also helps to make sense of data that would otherwise make none by simply cranking up the volume and look behind any shielding or scrambling there is.
Okay, so essentially if I use that scanner too much, I will burn myself. Please.
Employing specific characteristic wavelengths, these active probing devices reveal any of the many possible target signatures. It's only a matter of time, usually a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that seems useful. Police scanner. Might want to get that at some point. I just need much more money. What else do I want? Weapons.
Show me your weapons, please.
Sure.
Your weapons. Inertial hammer. Let's see where that.
Charged particles in a synchrotron and then shooting them through a layer of ferromagnetic fluid causes said fluid to be violently accelerated in a small cone away from muzzle, causing considerable disturbances in hit shield matrices, as well as easily ripping apart thick armor plating. However, there is a downside to the weapon. Its accuracy is arguably low, as its payload is spread out in a cone and its range is limited as well. Still, the inertial hammer gets the job done really well.
Okay, so this is something which will destroy shield and
Hello, pilot.
armor.
Is there anything I can offer you?
Engine.
Show me your engines, please.
These are all top quality products.
The greatly optimized Mark IV delivers breathtaking top speeds and quick acceleration, yet still suffers from reduced turning rates and strafing capabilities.
Okay. Sidewinder engine.
This generally tuned engine opens up a whole new world of maneuverability. As overall output was increased, a slight performance gain in terms of forward and drift acceleration is noticeable, but the real treat are impeccable strafing speed as well as a
Equalized. Okay, so essentially, Sidewinder is probably to maneuver around. Supercharger is probably good to go super fast forward. Equalized engine is probably simply an engine which is a little more balanced than the two others. So that means that I can customize my ship using those different type of engine, depending what I like. Okay, so I think I saw it all.
Good luck out there.
Let's get out of here.
Truly beautiful, but
That guy to say to the other one that he was beautiful.
Hello, pilot. What can we offer you?
Okay. Show me your ware.
Show me your wares, please.
Sure.
Okay, that's just missile stuff. By the way, here I actually found the Marine officer. That's where I found him. In case you want.
hi, pilot. Guess what I have for you? So long, buddy.
Oh, that's just another armed dealer. Get out of here. Defense officer. Who's that? Drone dealer, not interested. Okay, so essentially I ended up only selling stuff as opposed to buying stuff. Mechanic, that. Ship
Hello,
technician.
pilot. What can we offer
That's
you?
new.
Show me your wares, please.
Sure.
Oh, I can still that person quite a bit of stuff. That's very
Hello,
nice.
pilot. What can we offer you? May fortune favor you.
You can see another ship on the platform over there. You can see my own ship here. Now we're leaving the place. Oh, I do have a lot of money to be able to buy stuff.
Ready for new orders, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I need to find food elsewhere or something. Pretty unclear what I'm supposed to do.
Comms open, sir.
Construction URV enables its
Now my guess is that I do need to find a place in this system which produce food and then sell it there. I thought I had bought food, but seemed that wasn't the case, so I don't know where my money went. But okay. Universe.
The Staples Farmery is a processing facility specializing in mass production of basic foodstuff, and food rations come in a large variety. As far as rations for the species, the Staples Farmery is a processing facility.
Yeah, well, I at least know one place where I can find food. Just don't know where that is. Staple Farmer.
Staples Farmery is a processing facility specializing in mass production of basic foodstuff, and
Oh, that doesn't seem to be a location.
the materials
That only seemed to be
change. The Staples Farmery
a design.
Now what?
Fair enough.
Found a ship dealer. That did not seem particularly available previously. Go and find that.
Entering fervid corona.
Transmitting new coordinates to following ships.
Entering gushing spring.
Transmitting rendezvous point now. rendezvous point.
Entering darned hot air.
Transmitting rendezvous point.
Oh ho!
Now.
Can buy ships now. So whoever asked where he could find the ship previously on one of my video, well, that's here.
This is the Albion Skunk. Requesting permission to dock.
I don't know if I have any money, but at least it will give us the opportunity to actually see how much money a ship cost.
It's amazing to think that 40 years ago, they didn't even have highways. Hi there.
Hello, ship dealer. Can modify a ship. Sell a ship. Can select the ship for building.
We can build you any of the ships on this list.
Oh, thank you. Whoa, 7 million credit. 4 million credit. 3 million credit. One is 15,000. Oh no, 15 million credit. I think. Yeah, it's probably it. So yeah, that stuff is expensive. Will take 3 minutes to build. Why are they making them so expensive then? Okay.
The Rahana's liquid freighter is one of the capital ships of the Rahana's line of vessels. Based on a common ground design just like its siblings, this
Let's just
first designed and released by
further.
Corp, this ship is now in production by a number of manufacturers across all sectors, most notably Albion Metals. It is an ions and plasma mining vessel that has seen many revisions since its initial introduction. Its basic parameters, however, remain unchanged. Although capable of launching mining drones, the thrust-to-payload ratio of the Mightier is very low, and so is its maneuverability. Its weapon systems are not intended for tactical use.
Doesn't seem like a ship I want.
Significantly larger than the Light Soul, the Heavy Soul has also improved on armament over its older sibling. While maneuverability may not be essential for a carrier, good acceleration certainly is. Regrettably, the Heavy Soul does not deliver in this regard either. Sometimes it is thus mockingly called Lazy Soul by friendly and enemy combatants alike. The PMC Military Advisory Board actively prosecutes occurrences of this sort of slander, as it is perceived as eroding crew morale.
Yeah.
The Fedhelm is an all-in-one mining solution for ores of all kind. It is capable
There seems to be a ship dealer which is specialized in ships for mining purpose.
and released by TerraCorp, this ship is now in production by a number of manufacturers across all sectors, most notably Albion Metals. Seoul is, by all measures and standards, pretty average for a carrier. The reason for its obvious shortcomings can be found in the limited budget available to the PMC Advisory Board during the design phase of the ship. The reason for the then low budget was the uncertainty of how the resources of Albion would support a stranded population and their infrastructure. With PMC...
Okay, well. That's all very interesting. Let's see. Show me your profile.
Show me your profile, please.
Sure.
Of course, only question mark. That's not helpful.
Hi there.
Modify a ship. Great ship.
Choose which ship to upgrade.
Don't have a ship to upgrade. Upamu. My impression is that the ship I have are not ship which are I'm really owning at the moment. So I guess I will have to raise a couple million of credit to actually have a ship of my own.
Pilot, I've some great deals to offer.
Can you offer me?
Show me your wares, please.
Accepted.
Latest chamber. What can I do with that? Okay, that's not really an upgrade. It's more like, well, I guess perhaps it has some purpose, but I don't really see it right now. What is this place? Perfect place for a Star Wars movie. Okay, we have a Marine officer right here. Want to hire you. 9,000. Well, that's not that
Sir,
expensive.
you will greatly appreciate my appointment.
I'm getting him in case my other Marine officer might have disappeared. Perhaps I should have verified it first. Yeah, the other Marine officer is gone. It's good to hire a new one. That architect.
Hiya.
Hire an architect.
Hiring me was a damn smart move, sir.
Of course. I suppose with the architect you can probably build a station. Oh, this is a weapon factory here. Look at that, plenty of missile. Place is pretty big. But I think it's now time to take a break. So I will simply stop the video here. I will probably resume this campaign later on today. So make sure to verify your subscription box and keep an eye on for that. So I'll see you guys later.